Hey there, it's Raven Scry. Today I'm going to be looking into projects in the SUI ecosystem. Now this has been requested quite a bit, and particularly over on Patreon they've also been asking about that too. Now SUI has, a lot of energy around it. Supposedly a lot of, big players coming into it. So looking into the ecosystem a little bit closer to see if we can find any special ones that shine is what I'd like to do today. So I would normally do this with a scroll and you guys can see it, but I was trying to do it on my phone and it wasn't giving me the option for SUI ecosystem scrolling. Like I couldn't bring it up as an option. So unfortunately I can't give you guys the visual with this today. But I am going to just share what comes through as I'm scrolling and just anything that sort of stands out to me. Now, the ones that are going to be most resonant to me, I'm going to ask over in Patreon for everyone to vote to see what reading they'd like me to go a little bit deeper in, because for the purpose of today, it's not going to give us the time needed to go deeper into the project. So we'll vote over there and then go a little bit further into the projects. So for today, we're just doing the scroll. So I'm going to begin. I've brought up top SUI ecosystem coins in market cap. So they start and they move down in market cap size. All right, so firstly, I'm connected. It's interesting because I go, like, I'm going straight to Cetus, but Spirit's kind of moving me away from that. It's interesting too because there's so many coins that I've read, and some of them are just getting lost in my mind because the nature of when I do readings, often I can't remember what comes through because it just comes through and then leaves, and it's not, I don't really retain the information. So sometimes I lose what has previously been said around some of these tokens. But Cetus, I'm sort of, I'm getting this sort of feeling they're pushing me back from it for now. So I'm just going to keep moving, moving down, and I'm moving down to Sudeng, which is Hippo. This project called Hippo, and it's currently at 1 cent. I'm hearing it's going to take off soon. Okay, so that's interesting. There's some okay energy around Sudeng. Okay, I'm going to keep moving now, and moving down to Deepbook. I'm getting a good sense with this one. There's a bit of momentum, there's a bit of enthusiasm coming through from Spirit around this, like there's something building in some way. Deepbook, which is deep. Okay, so as I move down, the next one I'm moving down to is Scallop, SCA. Now, it's interesting too because when I've done some readings in the past, looking at the top of the bull market, I was shown like a fan type shell in one of the readings and, different symbols coming through. And when I look at the Scallop token, I just see, that's the symbol, is like this fan type shaped shell. So I do feel there is some resonance around this, although I feel like it's going to take, there's some sort of time that goes on with this one, and it feels like it's not kind of ready yet, is how it's coming through from Spirit. Also just to speak to, when I get random things coming from Spirit, like random lines, putting it in context of the whole market and can be very difficult, and not to twist what I've said, because sometimes some of you guys come back to me in some of these comments and you say things that I haven't said. And, it makes it all a little bit confusing for the others, because it's like it's kind of Chinese whispers. I'll say something and then it sort of gets morphed with something else, and next minute, the information is a little bit different. And, by all means, share, and there is things that are shared that are correct, but there is also strange variations of what has come through. So just keep that in mind. But Scallop does feel like it's got some resonance around it, and it almost feels like there's a feeling of like something hidden here, something not seen. And it's interesting too, because as I say that, I'm seeing a shell opening and there's a pearl inside. So that actually feels pretty special. It's like it may be hiding something more that we can actually see, than we can actually see at this time. So yeah, that's quite interesting. Okay, I'm going to move along now down to Fud the Pug, which is Fud. That's 1,002.42. Keep in mind, these are all extremely risky and could go to zero at any moment. So really it's gambling. I would say this is gambling. If you're going to be investing, really tune in and follow your own heart, because you could lose all your money, just to speak to it quite bluntly. But Fud the Pug, I feel like it's going to have a run. But again, some of these coins are going to do sporadic runs and then dump just as hard. So I feel there's a bit of a boost with Fud the Pug. I'm going to keep moving down. Move down to... I'm feeling sort of not... I'm not really feeling a lot of these. SUI pad. Yes, that's going to do well, I'm hearing. SUI pad. Now moving along further down to... Seal Dog. Spirit's shaking its head on that one too. I also want to speak to with this is like sometimes Spirit doesn't like particular tokens for reasons that are almost not seen. So a token might actually move, but Spirit's gone, we don't like that one because we haven't kind of seen the whole story yet of what takes place with the token. So also just to know that as we move along. Now, there's one here, Oceans Gallery on SUI, which is Oceans. Now, it's really interesting because I saw that pop up actually before in the top movers of the day, and it's gone up like 1,682% in 24 hours. So it's obviously launched and just gone ripping. But it's interesting, the Oceans Gallery, because I was just working with some photography and pictures, and the ocean theme was coming in really strongly. There's also been the ocean reference in some other readings coming in again. Often this ocean theme is really strongly coming in, but it just caught my eye. But to see that it's on SUI is an interesting one. It's certainly gone up a lot. Let's just have a look where it's at. It's gone up even more, 1712 up. Okay. So we've got a market cap of 1 million. Whoa, it's pretty low. But it's certainly pumped a lot. But the market cap's only 1 million. Geez, it's very low. It's an interesting one. I'll be keeping my eye on that one. Oceans Gallery on SUI Spirit. I get this sense of rise. I feel like there's a feeling in my heart that's like, ooh, with that one. So that's kind of a surprising element that's come through. All right, so some of these just get down. Like we're, clearly $1 million market cap is so low, and So we're down into the 3,000s within this SUI ecosystem. It really is, dabbling in the tiny, tiny, tiny coins. But I'm just going to have a little bit more of a look and see if there's anything else that's just kind of coming out. Jelly AI, JAI, Jelly AI, JAI, Jelly AI. I feel like I need to keep saying it. JAI, Jelly AI, JAI, Jelly AI, Zoom. It's up 45% actually. I'm hearing Zoom, Jelly AI, and I'm hearing laughter with Jelly AI as well. Interesting. Okay, I'm going to go for one more and then I'm going to wind the video up. So, now I'm down in the 5,000s. These are super low. Anything that's catching my eye here? Okay, nothing is. I'm going to just go up a little bit and just stop. Back on Fud the Pug. Well, it is a dog token, so it wouldn't surprise me if Fud, whether it's a girl or a boy, starts to just boom up. I've ended up back on Fud. And is there any others, Spirit, before we wind this up? Blue Move is also here. And I'm hearing yeses around Blue Move. Now, it's interesting too because I'm not sure. I think maybe in Patreon someone suggested this. Now, there was a reading that I did with a token with 3 lines that was seen at the top of the bull market. Now, Blue Move has 3 lines, 3 squiggly lines in it, so it's kind of familiar in that way. It's a $13,000 market cap. Blue Move, talking about advancing in technology, Spirit's saying. And there is a lift, I feel like, with Blue Move as well. And there's also a feeling around this one. As I look here at 77, it's 7.7 cents. I've just got this feeling of deja vu. I've seen this before. And also perhaps a reading that's come through before that is like a recollection of a reading, and maybe Spirit is supporting the connection here. So there may be something around Blue Move as well. All right, so that's an interesting bunch of cryptos. Now, what I'm going to do is go over to Patreon and I'm going to see if there's any other little tokens that anyone's really wanting to suggest around the SUI ecosystem that they really feel are important projects and have got good possibilities. And I'm going to maybe touch in there and just see if there's any others. And then from the top ones, the ones that I kind of feel the most resonance from, I'm going to get the community over in Patreon to vote, and then I'll read a little bit more deeply into the tokens. So if you'd like to be part of that, please head on over to Patreon and join the beautiful community of lovely people that have gathered over there. And if not, I hope you're having a great week, and I will be back soon with more videos. Many blessings to you all. Raven Scry signing off.